Hello everyone and welcome to another toy box video. Today I'll be showing you Coruscant, a toy box I built at Toy Box Summit 2015 with Team Lucky, which includes King of the Tunas and Vasuri83. It was amazing to work with them, and I wanted to show you a little bit about the levels and the process of creating this teamwork box.
I'm so glad you're here. The Chancellor has been kidnapped. Enemy ships have also surrounded our world. I'm sure this isn't a coincidence. Someone in the Senate must be involved. Let's start with Senator Ross' office.
This toy box was created by Vasuri83, this part, and we're gonna be going through the rooms of the senators to investigate, sort of a spy mission, investigating who is the one that helped Chancellor Palpatine be captured by General Grievous. So basically this toy box takes place before episode 3. Let's keep gathering clues. You keep going through all the items on the room to try and find some clues. Search here, and we found the schematics of the trap.
These blueprints show the path the kidnapper used. Let's go check out Senator Onfrita's room.
Now you have to be careful here that this guard doesn't detect you. So basically don't get too close to him. Try to stay on the corners, and that way he won't summon soldiers to attack you. And then you continue using your radar to find the next room to explore. Let's see what we have here. These are interior decorations, which are pretty cool. We have the potion. You find Banta tranquilizers.
They must have used this on the Chancellor. Let's go to Senator Son's room.
It seems every senator here was very corrupt. Ew, you should wash your hands. Uh-oh, you touched something you shouldn't have. So we continue down the hall again. Oh, there's that guard. Better be careful. Oh, okay, it's gone. You went to take a lunch break, that's good. So you may be wondering why Coruscant? Well, the idea of the summit was that each team get to have a planet. We had to take a piece of paper from a bucket. It will be whatever planet you took out from that paper.
This is some kind of writ or bounty for the Chancellor's capture. Let's see what we can find in Senator Blackburn's quarters.
So the basic quick idea we had was to make a story based on the events of episode 3's opening sequence, and we decided to create something a bit before that opening sequence. So that's when Vasuri83 wanted to create the Senate chamber and decided to create a mystery plot of finding out the truth about what happened, so that then we can find clues that will lead us to the Jedi chasing Grievous.
The data on this disc identifies General Grievous as the kidnapper. Let's go to the Senate chamber.
So now we're gonna get to see the Senate chamber they created, which was really amazing. They spent a lot of hours building this section and the whole box. We all spent a lot of sleepless nights. Although I was able to sleep like 2 hours. Vasuri83, which is a couples team, they pretty much spend the entire night there building, and also the brother and sister duo King of the Tunas also spent like the entire night too. And not only us, Team Lucky, but all the other teams as well. It was a bit of a tough night, but I think all the toy boxes of all the planets turned out really great. And they all offer a lot of variety, which was great because the toy boxes were for the release of the game. Okay, for this one we're gonna switch to Sabine because she's a tech character to hack this one. And basically we just hack around 4 or 3 hacking terminals here. We then investigate the senator's seats to gather more intel. This will also activate platforms that will also guide us to be able to reach the main Chancellor's seat. And I think it's a pretty cool idea jumping from Senate seat to the next one. It's pretty fun, something I love a lot. In the movie, like Yoda jumping against Darth Sidious through this chamber was really cool. A lot of people don't really like this planet because this planet was mostly politics and politics on the prequels. But I don't know, I really liked it because it was very populated and you can meet everyone from the entire galaxy on this place. Here you can see a bit the look of the chamber. There you see the Chancellor seat that we're gonna get there soon. The hacking tool has definitely become one of the most used toys on the toy box, especially during the summit. Like just about every box had a hacking terminal, so that was pretty funny. The hacking terminal sometimes reminds me of Batman Arkham games. There you can see the platform I was telling you that moves once you activate the Senator seat. So now we're just going to do the last hacking terminal. Kind of jump a little bit here, almost there. Bling. And there we go. Now we just have to go down there. Oh wait, yeah, I'm missing one Senate seat, my bad. Okay, fast forwarding that because I fall. Now we reached it and now we can do it. There you can see the last platform going into place. Now we're gonna go down nice and slowly. Let's see where the platform starts. It starts over here, but we're gonna switch to Obi-Wan now so we can get a better jump. Here we go. On to the next one. Oh, that one's a little bit tall, but we can do it, don't worry. Use the force wisely, Obi-Wan, you can do it. There we go. Force speed and force jump together and we can do this. And last elevator here. Oh, we can just shoot our way through here.
This is it. We have the Chancellor's location. Let's go rescue him.
And we're done with the first toy box. This part of the toy box is the part I created. Cityscape of Coruscant outside. It was pretty difficult because there is no skydome of Coruscant, so we tend to use the San Francisco skydome because it has a futuristic city on the background. But we have a lot of Coruscant pieces at the very least of buildings, so I was able to recreate a city with that. Now here we're just gonna be taking out a few enemies while we continue to make our way through the city to find Grievous that currently has captured Palpatine but is still not out of the city. We're gonna do a little bit of platforming here. Oops, my bad. I was really nervous when I was playing this live, this portion. I did good, and I know it's not really important to play it as good as a player, but you know, you don't want people to get bored just making them watch you fail and fail, not being able to play your own toy box. Here I'm showing you a little bit of the cityscape. I put in special effects of large smoke in the area so that it created more depth to the city, making the buildings look a bit more taller, like you're really in the clouds of sort of thing. Here we have another action battle combat section. I wanted people to enjoy some of the new enemies of 3.0, and I played a little bit of the new decorations of the Death Star terrains. And Death Star pieces in general, which are really cool and are some of my favorite pieces to use on the toy box. I think it was great that they managed to make the enemies much more smarter on this version. They have so many moves now, they're more unpredictable, they're not as easy to take out like before. There really is a more stronger challenge between the battles, including the boss battles too. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a little stressing if you have too many enemies that are too smart, but still provides variety and fun. Here is one of the new features I used was the path tool. I created a little chase sequence chasing down the ship Grievous is using to kidnap the Chancellor. Again, I did the whole smoke effect and the cityscape buildings type of idea. Unfortunately, I did not like that it's a little too slow, the chase sequence. But again, I was still getting used to the tools, so even managing to get two vehicles running at the same time with the path tool was quite tricky on its own. So sometimes I would rather focus on making sure things work rather than going too much into them and ruin them in the process, especially when it was on a late night. You don't want to go try to fix something and then it completely ruins it, and it's very late at night and you're sleepy. And here you have another combat section. I wanted to create like a base here inside where Grievous is hiding, where he has all his enemies ready to go and where he's going to take off to space. These enemies can be a little bit more tough than what I was expecting originally, and originally I had way more enemies on this part, but I eventually removed them. Every time I would test out this section, I would keep deleting enemies and enemies all the time. It's not that they're hard, but they do take a lot more time than what you normally expect to. But I wanted to make sure you had but I wanted to make sure we had Magna Guards, because Magna Guards get introduced on episode 3, in episode 3 opening sequence, so that means Grievous had them for this moment as well. And now we're gonna do the last combat section before confronting General Grievous. And we're done with that section. I had to fast forward all that combat for a bit because it can get very intense. Aha! I'll take care of you myself. So we have General Grievous. I absolutely love the new boss battle logic. It's something that a lot of us toy box artists wanted, some sort of way to create boss battles in the toy box. And there's so many great options now after a patch of so many bosses to do of all the universes. It's really awesome. General Grievous is definitely no exception. You get to fight him while he has his 4 lightsabers and it gets very intense, and it's just so much fun to see absolutely any character be able to fight General Grievous this way. And I think it's really cool overall. I'm very happy with how they managed lightsaber combat in this game. Usually they're not very detailed in lightsaber combat like Lego games, for example, but here I think they did a very nice job. So I was really excited to be one of the first toy boxes that uses General Grievous as a boss battle, introduce it to the new players, especially the younger audience that really love to battle Grievous. So the only thing you need to always know about using a boss battle is make sure he has a lot of space. As you can see, this area I kept it very clean of decorations and such to make sure Grievous had complete open space to battle you with no obstacles. Of course, now that I know the limits of the boss battles, now I can add a little bit more decorations and other stuff because I know how to work around it more. But since this was the first time using this, I wanted to make sure it really worked without any problems. And we're done with General Grievous. Still, he manages to escape to space, but you did damage him for quite a bit. And now we're off to space to King of the Tunas toy box. King of the Tunas does an amazing work creating spaceship hangars and stuff. They're amazing at decorating and designing together so much stuff. And now we're gonna talk with Ayla Secura to give us our mission.
General Grievous and his droid forces have retreated to the upper atmosphere. Assist our forces by taking out droid starfighters. Once all objectives have been completed, the assault can begin.
And Vasuri83 is also an amazing group. As you saw, the Senate Chamber, they're very creative too. I was very lucky to be working with them because they really do such an amazing work. I really admire their work so much, so it was really awesome to be working with them on this teamwork toy box, and we were so happy and how everything turned out that we decided to do another toy box together for the holiday challenge, which I will show you in a later episode. Anyway, back here we're gonna be taking out a few TIE fighters and we're gonna be shooting down these yellow targets so that the shields can be down on this starship and we can go inside. The Death Star Skydome is being used here and it's amazing. The shields are down, now we can go inside. I really love this portion too that they added here, so that you can be inside the starship but you can also see still a lot of action in space. And they connected a few spaceships from the clones, which is really nice to give it that prequels touch. Again, the infamous hacking terminal that I mentioned. Now we have to rescue a few people and take out some droids in the process so we can help these people out. I think what I'm most happy about is that we as a team created very different gameplay throughout the toy box and different atmospheres completely too. Whereas Vasuri toy box was more inside everything, I did a little bit of outside too on the planet, while King of the Tunas did more on space. And Vasuri was more mysterious, detective and clues. Mine was a bit more focused on ground combat with a little bit platforming there. Here we have space action, so I think it definitely delivered a lot of variety for the player. And I don't know, I'm just really happy with this toy box. I know a lot of toy box artists don't like much their summit boxes later on because you see them and you wish you would have done better in the end if you had more time, and it's true. I wish I could have done a lot of things to my toy box now that I look at it, but considering the circumstances we were and the excitement of it all, I think I'm really happy with what we all did, and not only our team but all the other teams. I think it was definitely something very memorable, the Toy Box Summit as well. So we are done, we free the prisoner and we blow up the starship, so that's the end. Thank you for watching once again. Next week we'll be doing Sam Flint into the grid and we're gonna be making something special. We're gonna do the same thing we do, showing off the toy box, but then we're gonna make a second video where I will be doing what I like to call behind the box, where I'm gonna tell you all about how I created that toy box, what tools did I use, what were the connections, what were the textures, the power disk, everything involved in that creation, so that hopefully I can help you, inspire you, and help you learn more logic and all the process of creating toy boxes. So in the meantime, see you next time, and comment, subscribe, like below.